Hey guys, I'm back. Um, so I have a little confession to make of something that I ended up discovering since our last video. I've already read this. I already read this. And how I found out was that I was reading along and I was like, this stuff is like, when I'm reading it sounding so familiar. Like, why does it sound familiar? Only because, like, I jumped to the end of the book and I was like, I read this before. I already read it. But it was just as good as it was the first time. This time around, he is, of course, a CEO, rich guy. She works at a bar. She is the friend to our first female main character in King of Wrath, and she works in the elite bar, and they have a set of rules. The workers in the little club that they have, and the people, the men who are a part of this club, they can't intermingle. But of course they do. He's very much of almost like a rule follower. Basically, he has like a routine. And he has to follow that routine because he cares, in my mind. Like, he wants to care about what everyone else thinks and everything like that. And she's more of, throw all of that out the window. Okay, do not take on everybody's expectations of you. You need to find your own person. And, I feel he really learns that with her. So it was a very good book. I probably will pick it up probably next year because I'm planning on getting book 4, which is King of Sloth. I already have book 3, which is King of Pride, and I will be reading that soon. So, in the meantime, because I did not pick up King of Greed. I'm sorry. I did end up reading Pump 57 by Penelope Douglas. I finished that this morning. Well, I finished it yesterday. It was very good. Very good. But before I read that, I read Birdie's Biker by Misty Walker. And let me tell you, it was so, oh my, words cannot describe how good that book was. I'm planning on reading book 2. I found out Misty Walker's books are on KU, which was even better considering that I so badly want the physical copies of them. And I did not think that they were on Kindle Unlimited, which is aka KU. And so I just said, let me just type her book in. The name of one of her books in, and lo and behold, that book was on Kindle Unlimited, and I looked to see if all of them were on, and well, all of them, at least in that series, were on KU, and they were. My excitement level was very up there, so I ended up reading the first book, which was Birdie's Biker. It was so good. I did love how, it had that innocent spoiled rich girl, turned normal, aka basically has the naive lenses off of her eyes to the real, to the cruelties of the real world and everything like that, and just to see her become so strong throughout the book and everything like that. So yes, that was a very good book. Oh, Misty. Shout out to Misty Walker. Like, that was a good book. That was a real good book. Pump 57. Penelope Douglas. Oh my gosh. With that book, my frustration level went through the roof because I feel like some of the stuff that ended up happening later in the book could have been avoided had they just been truthful. I mean, on her end, she was truthful in a way, but she just didn't come right out and say it like, yeah, like, I'm this person, the people, the people who I'm talking about in my letter, that is me. She just didn't come right out and say it. She gave him a hint, and I feel like in her mind she was like, oh, like, he'll understand that I'm talking about the person that I show to everyone else, and everything. It was really sad. I was not expecting him to do some of the stuff in the book. But yeah, there's that. But I just love the character development, how at the end, like, they become the person that they are in the letters that they wrote to each other. So yeah, I very much liked it. This is a toothpick. Very much liked it. I am now reading a book on Kindle. And hold on, let me grab the name of that book, okay? Okay, so it's called Elvian Heartbound, and it's by Elizabeth Ash. This seems to be something new to Kindle. I mean, it might not be new, it just might be new to me. But it's so you guys know how we got Episode, right? The app Episode. It's kind of like that, but it's it's a chapter book. You get what I mean? But it's kind of like almost like how I'm writing my book. Like every chapter is an episode. So that episode 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So every chapter is like an episode in a way. But yes, I started reading it. It was real good, but I stopped because you have to buy the episode. So yeah, so I'm starting again from episode 1 and carrying on down to the episodes that I have. Excuse me, sorry. To the episodes that I have already unlocked. So yeah, I hope that it is pretty good. From what I remember that I read. From the little bit that I remembered, it's pretty good so far. It's a slow start, but it's still pretty good. I'm hoping that it's like it comes like in a physical book, like a physical copy. I'm gonna do my research on that. I'm gonna do my research on that. So yeah. In other words, news pertaining to my book. So I have the preview up onto Wattpad. Now look, it's still in draft mode. I have not published it yet. I will post a screenshot of my Wattpad information. So like my Wattpad username. So you guys could just go ahead and type it in and it'll be mine based off of the picture. So you'll know it'll be mine based off of the picture and everything. Excuse me. I'm almost done with episode 1. I'm almost done writing episode 1, and then I will put the rest of that up and I will start writing episode 2. Okay. I kind of want to give you guys long chapters, but not make the chapters too long, where you guys feel like I'm just kind of dragging everything out and be like, oh, you could have just sliced these chapters, some of these pages up into like, oh, it'll be episode 1, episode 2. Now that I want to give you as much detail and information in these chapters as possible, but not make it seem like it's being dragged out, okay? But yes, if I do not publish it this week, like if I don't give you guys a lot of chapters, I will at least try to make sure that I publish chapter or episode 1, so you guys can have that and you guys can start reading as I work on episode / chapter 2 / episode 2, because I do have schoolwork. So like I said, I'm trying to make sure I get that out the way. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. Until next time, when I give you how I feel about Elvian Heartbound, it does seem from what I'm seeing, it is pretty long. So please excuse if you guys do not hear from me in a while, okay? Because like I said, I have to buy the episodes as I go. So yeah, bye.